There we go. And once a week, I give him a special tablet to help his breath. Lately, he has the worst dog breath. I'm glad Sheila Tubman isn't around to tell me how bad my dog's breath smells, because this time she'd be right. Fudge says Turtle should rinse twice a day with Precious Breath, this new blue mouthwash that's advertised on TV. Friends, as usual, didn't they decide to take one for everything they can get it? Fudge is very big on commercials. He's memorized all of them, and when we go to the supermarket, he drives us up the wall, reciting his dumb jingles about why we should buy this product instead of that one. My father spends his mornings at the university library and works at home in the afternoons. How's the book coming? I asked him one day when I got home from school. Slowly, Peter, he said, very slowly. I'm still gathering information. I hope to finish my research by Christmas and then start the actual writing after the holidays. Fudge stood in the doorway, nibbling a piece of cheese. Dr. Seuss can write a book in an hour, he said. How do you know that? I asked. I don't, but I bet you can, Fudge said. One fish, two fish, one fish, blue fish. Do you like green eggs and ham? I do, I like them, Sam, I am. Okay, that's enough, I said. Boys, I'm trying to work now, Dad said. Do you think you could move to another room? Later, we were watching the 6 o'clock news when Fudge's favorite commercial came on the air. Oh, look, he said, it's my dancing cats. And he put down his Lego toys and watched. Everybody knows the cats can't really dance, I told him. It's just a lot of fancy camera work. Shut up, Peter. Then he turned to Dad. They have cat food commercials and dog food commercials and people food commercials, so how come they don't have bird food commercials? That's a good question, Fudge, Dad said without really answering. Mind the birds of the world unite, I began, trying to think up a clever commercial for bird food. What's unite? Fudge asked. Never mind. You sound like Uncle Feta when you say things twice, Fudge said. It's contagious, I told him. What's contagious? Forget it, I said. We should feed Uncle Feta Choco, Fudge said. If you give it to the one you love, first thing in the morning, you don't have to worry the rest of the day. It has 45 vitamins. No, I said, that's not it. It's fortified with vitamins. That's what I said, 45 vitamins. Not 45, I told him, fortified. And I had to spell it for him. Fortified. It means that vitamins have been added. It does? Fudge asked. Yes, I said, and anyway, you shouldn't believe everything you see on TV, right, Dad? That's right, Dad said. You lie when you make up commercials? Fudge asked. No, but sometimes we exaggerate, Dad said. What's exaggerate? Fudge asked. We embellish to make our point, Dad said. What's embellish? Dad sometimes has to stretch the truth, I explained. Thank you, dear, Dad said. That's a very good way of putting it. How do you know so much, Peter? Partly because I'm in 6th grade, partly because I'm naturally smart, I answered. Then how come you got a 58 on your geography test? Fudge asked. Because Mr. Bogner tricked us with matching questions. What's matching questions? It's what teachers do to you to prove you aren't as smart as you think, I said. You'll find out someday. But I am as smart as I think, Fudge said. So there. I wasn't about to get into an argument over that one. On Friday afternoon, Alex and I were downtown. We stopped off at the movie theater to have a look at the display of Superman photos. I had already seen Superman in New York, but Alex had missed it, so we decided that when it comes to town, we'll try to go and see it together. Next to the movie theater was an art gallery. There was something familiar about one of the paintings in the window. It was all white, with two black circles in the middle and a red square in the upper left-hand corner. I know that painting, I said to Alex. It doesn't look like much to know, Alex said. I snapped my fingers. That's a Frank Fargo painting. Alex shrugged. Who's Frank Fargo? My friend's father. I was over when he was working on it, I said. Let's go in. The only other person in the gallery was a very tall, skinny woman with a neck like a giraffe's and more curly hair than I'd ever seen. She was really good looking. I liked the way she walked, with her head high and back straight. Hello, what can I do for you? She asked us. We were wondering about that painting in the window, I said, the white one with the circles. It's called Anita's Anger, she said, and it's by Frank Fargo. I told you, said Alex, who didn't seem that interested. I know him, I said to Giraffe Neck. He's my friend's father. Really, she asked. Yes. How much does it cost? Alex asked. $2,500, she told him. What? Alex said. For that? Yes. He's becoming quite famous. But it's nothing, Alex argued. I'll bet I could paint the same thing in an hour. Just like Dr. Seuss can write a book in an hour. I muttered. What's that got to do with it? Alex said. Nothing, forget it. It may look simple, she said, but I assure you it takes a lot of talent to paint that. That night I asked my parents if they knew that Frank Fargo was becoming famous. Yes, Dad said, didn't you? No, nobody ever told me. Nobody ever tells me anything. Mom and I are considering one of his paintings. It's in a gallery downtown. That white thing with the black circles and the red square, I asked? That's the one, Dad said. Do you like it? I don't know, he said. It sure does cost a lot. That's the problem, Dad said. But now that I'm going back to work, Mom began, looking up from her needlepoint. You're going where, I said? Back to work, she told me. I've been offered a part-time job by Dr. Monroe, a dentist in town. I thought you were sick of teeth, I said. I thought you wanted to study art history. Art history will have to wait, Mom said. For now, I've decided to be more practical. I looked at Dad. It's because of the book, I thought. Stupid book. You wouldn't have to be practical if Dad was president of the advertising agency, would you? Peter! Mom sounded angry. That's not a very thoughtful thing to say. I didn't care if she felt angry, because I did too. It's all right, Dad said. I think I know what Peter's getting at. He'd like me to be president of the agency, right, Peter? Well, sure. Who wouldn't want his father to be president? But I don't want to be president of the agency, Dad said. And you've got to try to understand that. I do want to write my book, though. Sometimes you've got to do what's really important to you, even if it's not practical. And I never said I was sick of teeth, Mom told me. I said I wanted to think about a change in careers, so I'm thinking. It will be nice to have a job again. And if Daddy weren't at home writing his book, I wouldn't be able to leave Tootsie. So it's all working out, you see? No, I said, everything is different. What do you mean, Dad asked. I don't know, just everything. Mom going back to work, you writing a book, us living here, Tootsie being born, Fudge going to kindergarten, me in 6th grade. Everything is different. And you don't like it? Mom asked. Is that what you're trying to say? I don't know if I do or if I don't. Changes take some getting used to, Dad said. But in the long run, they're healthy. I didn't feel like listening anymore, so I said, can I call Jimmy tonight? Sure, Dad said. Go ahead. Jimmy answered the phone. Hey, how's it going? He asked. I could tell that he was eating something. I don't know, I told him. Everything's different. I can't get used to it. Well, everything's the same around here except that you're gone. He must have swallowed because his voice cleared. He told me about school and about our friends and about the way Sheila Tubman is telling the whole world how much she misses me. And then he said, Peter, I have a confession to make. What's that? I've been using your rock. Not just sitting on it, but using it. You know what I mean? It's okay, I said. Don't worry about it. No kidding? No. You're a great friend, you know that? A really great friend. I have a confession to make too, I said. I've been using my Kreskin's crystal, not just looking at it, but using it to get to sleep at night. Oh, he said. So I guess we're even, I said. I guess so. But he didn't sound as if I were the world's greatest friend anymore. I saw a painting by your father today, I told him, ready to change the subject. The white one with the black circles and the red square. Oh, that one, he said. My father painted that one right before my mother left for Vermont. One night they had this big fight, and she threw red paint on the canvas. That's how the red square got there. And that's why it's called Anita's Anger. I didn't know what to say. You're not supposed to be talking. Finish up what you're doing and then sit down. I didn't know what to say because Jimmy never talks about his parents, of course. So I changed the subject again. Do you know how much it costs? $2,500. Can you believe that anybody would pay that much for it? It shows what you know about art, Peter. It sounded as if he had something in his mouth again. Pretzels, I thought. My father's last 3 paintings were sold for over $2,000 a piece. So before you go around opening your fat mouth, you should find out what you're talking about. Anyhow, great, just what I needed. My best friend hanging up on me. He'll probably call back in 10 minutes, I thought. But he didn't. All right, why don't you clear your desk and take out
Guys,
Be sure that the caddies get put back where they belong.
Would anyone like to buy a house? 2 copies.
Okay.
And this gives me because of me.
All right, take out your student activity math books. Open to page 71. I think it's page 71. All right. Could you? Jack and Isabel and Evan, Nathan, good job. Your group is the first one. Everybody followed directions. All right, page 71 is a letter that I need you to very carefully tear out, please. says here, family. I want you to take that letter and I want you to put it in the keep, page 71. Take that letter and put it in the keep at home side of your home school folder.
I want to take
You don't need to write anything on the book. You just need to take page 71. Can I have my lights first and get the light switch on the left? The one closest to the door, please. Don't need to write anything else, friends. Take a look at my screen. You'll see what page 71 looks like, in case anybody missed it. All right, we're going to pick up where we left off yesterday. This is what page 71 looks like. Gabriella, it needs to go into your folder. All right, everybody's going to need a dry erase marker. Quick, quick, quick. All right, when we left off yesterday, I was asking you to draw a circle around each of the dots in the first column. Would you continue doing that, please? It would look like this. You could look at my screen. Here, do it. Go. Take a look at my screen. All right. What we're going to do today is maybe something you did in first grade, maybe not. But what I want you to do now, you will notice that we have 10 circles, right? Okay? Take a line now and connect each of those dots inside those circles. All right, from here on out, when you see a line like that, that represents what we're calling a hurry up.
We were put it straight out.
Throw it away. We can't spend 20, it should not have taken you this long to find out it was dried out. Okay? Use this one. And use it. It works fine. Okay? From now on, when you see a line like that, it is representing 10, or what we call a quick 10. Okay? So let's take a look at the next column. Let's do the same thing on the next column. And draw a line. And underneath that, you can put 20. Go through and do it all through the entire square, right up until you get to 100.
Eventually, you don't even need to circle them if you don't want to, friends. I'm just drawing the line for the quick 10. Don't put it back if it's dried out. Where's the one you were using? I don't understand how things that don't work for you guys work fine for me. Okay. Eventually, friends, you don't need to circle each one. Well, then you need to write smaller. Or write them up above. Some of you are too picky with your markers. Hurry it up, please. Why is it dried out now? It's been working fine. You guys are killing me. Killing me, Smalls. Okay. So do you see how we've drawn quick 10 with the lines? Now, what did we decide yesterday? When we have 10 groups of 10, what does that make? Maybe we should have been happy with the one we had in the first place. We talked about this yesterday. Well, let's think. When we have one group of 10, how many is that, everybody? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to say that again. When we have one group of 10, how many is that? 10. Good. When we have 4 groups of 10, how many is that? 40. Good. When we have 10 groups of 10, how many is that? 100. 100. I'm going to show you something. If we know that each of these lines is a quick 10, and we know that there's 10 of them, then if we draw a quick box around there, what's that quick box going to represent? Now, if this line represents a quick 10, then what is this box going to represent? Isabella? 100. A quick 100. Quick 100. Okay? Does that make sense so far? Yes? No? Maybe so? Okay. Take an eraser and erase your boards. Get a Kleenex if you need to. And turn your paper, turn your board over. Some of you are finding out you should have been happy with the marker you had in the first place. All right, so remember we use these to circle around each one, correct? Look at my screen. Why? Put your markers down. I haven't told you to write anything. I want all my friends looking at my screen. Okay? Remember how we circled each dot? And what did each dot represent? 10. No. 1. Good. Then we drew lines. Lines equal to quick 10. And so how many are represented in this line right here? 10. These are 1s. These are 10s. And then we had the box. What did the box represent? We'll see something. Hundreds. Very good. Move this over so you guys can see a little bit better. All right. So, keeping these things in mind, I would like you guys to pick up your marker. And I want you to use the sticks and the circles to show me an equation for 20 plus 4 equals 24. Using sticks and circles, show me the equation of 20 plus 4 is 24. Check it with your neighbor. And make sure you're all in agreement. Yes, they are.
I think I know why
That's why some of us should have been happy with the ones we had in the first place.
I think I know why.
Good, I'd like you to know how to do the sticks and the circles, please. Okay, now I'd like you to take a number. Have you checked with your neighbors?
Yeah.
Oh, Alexis hasn't checked with her neighbors yet. Shane, we are discussing math. We are not discussing why the markers have dried out. I am concerned with math. You may feel free to talk about the markers drying out at recess or something. Okay? Good. Okay, Alexis. And other friends. What does 24 look like with sticks and circles? Hopefully, everybody has 20. 4. Is that correct? Does that match what you have? Good, because one stick equals 10. Another stick equals another 10. Sorry. And 4 circles is 4. 10 plus 10 plus 4 is 24. Correct? Good. Now show me the number 68 in sticks and circles. Look at your neighbors. Make sure you match. Are we good?
Yeah.
Is your group good? 68 should look like this. I have 6 sticks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then my 8s. And 8 ones. Can I ask you a question? Why did I split up my 8 ones like that? Who thinks they know why I split up my 8s into 2 separate groups like that? Brianna.
So you know if because sometimes when you add them together, you have to like count this number.
Okay, and why does splitting them up this way make it easier? Drake?
You know, there's a 5.
Yes, if you put them in groups of 5, it's easier to count them that way. It's easier to count that way. I know there's 5, and then another 3 gives me 8. Good. Now, so tired of sounding like Mickey Mouse. If we know this is a quick 10, we know this represents as a 1. Remind me how much that represents. Raise your hand. Logan.
100.
100. Very good. Using sticks and circles and boxes, would you please show me the number 166?
And boxes.
Question?
166.
Yes. I've got it up on the board, Drake. Check with your neighbors. Questions, comments? How we coming? Have you checked with your neighbors?
No, shading. No.
What? Why? Oh. All right. How many squares should I draw? Hudson, one square. That one square equals 100. How many sticks should I draw? Braylon? 3, 6. That represents 60. How many ones should I draw? Evan? How many circles?
6.
100 plus 60 plus 6. Do you know what you guys just did? How many of you have ever heard of this before? Expanded form. Yeah, yeah. Good. That's exactly what we're doing, only we're using sticks and circles and squares to represent it. All right, erase your boards. Turn to page 77. In your student activity book. Turn to page 77 in your student activity book.
Lift one page.
All right. I want you to notice we're going to do the top row together. We're going to do number 1 together. I want you to look for a pattern here, my friends. In the first one, we have 10 plus 20. Okay? Or 1 plus 2. Now, if we did this in sticks and circles, 10 plus 20. For 10, how would we write a 10 as a stick or a circle? Ella, 1 stick. So that, and then how many sticks for 20? Ella? 2. And that's going to give us 3 sticks, right? Now let's do this with the 1 plus 2. If we were going to do this as circles, how would we write 1? Just the 1 is a circle. Nathan G.
1 circle.
Okay, good. How about for 2? How many circles to represent the number 2? 2 circles. And if we add those together, how many circles do we get?
3.
3 circles. Do you notice a pattern? Eddie, what do you notice?
That all you do is like 10 plus 20, all there is a 0 add in after it.
Okay. How about on the screen? What do you notice with the screens? Look up, I should say look up at my screen. What's the pattern you notice on my screen? Hudson?
That you're going to see problems, but one's
Okay, they both are the same problem really, but one represents 10 and the other represents ones, okay? So we know if we have 10 plus 20 or if we have 1 plus 2. We know what 1 plus 2 is, don't we?
Yeah.
And that's simple. What is 1 plus 2, everybody? 3. Well, in order to make, instead of 1 plus 2, if we wanted to know 10 plus 20, what is the only thing we have to add on the end? Logan? 3? Nope. What?
30.
I know, but how did you get 30? What did you put on the end? What's on the end of these problems, of the end of the add-ins? That's not on the end of these, Madeline?
0.
A 0. So we have to add it. We have to add that 0. to our sum as well. Okay, same thing with 70 plus 20. Okay, maybe we can't figure out 70 plus 20 right away. We can figure out 7 plus 2. What's 7 plus 2, everybody? 9. So all we have to do is add a 0, and that's going to make 70 plus 20 equal what?
90.
90. Same thing with 60 plus 30. We may not know what 6 plus 30 is, but we know what 6 plus 3 is. What is it, everybody? 9. So all we have to do is add the 0, and we get 90. Go ahead and complete page 77, all on your own, please. I'm so tired of sounding like Mickey Mouse. Huh?
I like being
You like being taught by Mickey Mouse?
Yes. I do.
Well,
I do too.
I don't. I want to go back to being a Wicked Witch of the West.
Okay. We're ready for the hall.
What? What? It's all you do is add a 0. Whatever it would come out to be, add a 0 to it. So even if there's a 0 already there, you have to add another one. When you feel you're done, check with your group mates. Make sure everybody's in agreement. Sorry. Alexis asked a very good question. She said 8 plus 2 is 10. Remember what you've been doing all along. All you're doing is adding a 0. No matter what the 1 is, you add a 0 to it. Okay? All of you should be doing this in pencil, by the way, when you're working in your workbook, in your activity book. Anybody still completing the page? Okay, about 2 more minutes. Yes, go ahead. You all done with your page?
Some of the numbers are on this.
Don't be intimidated by them. Just remember, all you have to do is add one little number. All you gotta do is add one number to the end. That's the nice thing about working in tens. Figure out the ones, and then just add a 0 at the end. Okay, if you are still working, that is fine. But you can just follow along. Okay. I'm so sorry. We already did number one. We already did number one together. 1 plus 2 is 3. 7 plus 2 is 9. 6 plus 3 is 9. So all we have to do is add 0. Correct? Take a look at that. Look good? We did number one together. Evan and Jack, you should be looking at my screen and not whispering unless you have a question for me. Okay, well, we're ready to, now you compare your stuff with mine, okay? Okay, so here we go. 2 plus 7 is what, everybody?
9.
3. Oh my gosh. I hear Eddie go, 9, and I hear she go. Sound like you're actually awake. 3 plus 5.
9.
3 plus 5. 4 plus 5.
9.
So that means if 2 plus 7 is 9, then 20 plus 70 is 90. 30 plus 50 is 80. 40 plus 50 is 90. Good so far? 3 plus 6, everybody? 2 plus 8. 5 plus 4. So, 3 plus 6 is 9, and 30 plus 60 is? Now, here's a tough one. 2 plus 8 is 10. That means 20 plus 80. All we have to do is add a 0. So it's what?
100.
100. Very good. 5 plus 4 is 9. So 50 plus 40 is?
90.
Good. Good. 5 plus 5 is?
10.
8 plus 2 is?
10.
8 plus 2 is not 100.
10.
4 plus 6 is?
10.
So if we just add the 0,
100.
good. 9 plus 1 is?
10.
Oh, we're back to Eddie going 10, and the rest are going
10.
9 plus 2.
11.
4 plus 3.
7.
Okay. So if 9 plus 1 is 10, and 90 plus 10 is? No! If 9 plus 2 is 11, then 90 plus 20 is going to be what, everybody?
110.
Good job, because all we do is take our number down below, add the 0. Okay, so 4 plus 3 is 7, 40 plus 30?
70.
Just add the 0. Yes, Maylee? Not right now. Okay. 5 plus 2 is, everyone?
7.
Pathetic. 2 plus 3?
5.
6 plus 7?
13.
Go ahead. So if 5 plus 2 is 7, 50 plus 20 is? 2 plus 3 is 5, so 20 plus 30. 6 plus 7 is 13, so 60 plus 7.
130.
How are we doing on this so far? Is this easy? All right. Turn the page. Turn to page 79. I'm aware it's on freeze. I put it on freeze. Thank you. Turn to page 79. I think you can complete this on your own. Go ahead and do that right now. We'll go over it in about 3 minutes. You may consult one another in your groups. Shh. Remember our quick 10s and our quick 100s? Gabriella, are you done? I didn't think so. Some of you look like you might be getting thrown off by number 4 and 5, 6 and 7. What does that H and that T and that that O stand for? What do those stand for, Nathan K? What does H stand for? Hundreds. What does the T stand for? Tens. How about the O? Ones. So it's just asking you, how many hundreds? How many tens? How many ones? And you can look at them. How many hundreds? Well, how many squares are there? How many tens? Well, how many lines are there? How many ones? How many circles are there? How many hundreds? 122? 122. How many groups of 10 squared are there? 2? That would be 222. Square represents 100. Square. 20. So how many? See what it is there? Are you done? If you're finished, wait patiently.